Some exciting news. I actually just got picked up by TIMBERSLED as an ambassador. I'm not really sure how cool that is because I'm just an ambassador, so I'm like kind of sponsored, but it's only like a halfway sponsorship. Pretty much I'm just teamed up with them. I get some discounts and hopefully get a ride with some more cool people, and we'll see what the future has to hold. Anyways, even though it's only like halfway sponsorship, it's halfway cooler than I was last year. So like on my face. Didn't get my makeup on today. Anyways, today I'm finally done with the snow bike build. I'm ready to go over it with you guys, tell you what I've done to it, talking about the things I've learned throughout a year of riding just the timber sleds. Anyways, I'm going to show you what I've done, what I think is necessary, and what I think is nice. So let's go. The first thing that you need to make a snow bike is a snow bike kit. This year I'm doing the Aero 120. It's the same kit I was running last year. It worked great for me. TIMBERSLED is industry leading because of the 1-to-1 ski ratio, and also there's no modifications to the bike when you are installing. And installing, once you get it figured out, really only takes about an hour. Last year it took me a little bit longer because I didn't know what I was doing, and I was trying to make sure all the bushings fit and made sure I was just double checking and triple checking what I was doing, making sure it was absolutely right. The other completely necessary component to this bike is the engine guard. I'm working with a company called SX Slide Plate. They're the only company making a snow bike specific skid plate. It's great because it's covering all the holes that are going to collect snow, and it's also going to keep the temperature of your engine at a constant temp. Great company. It's a good fit. I think there's like 8 bolts to strap on. When you are putting it on, you want to make sure it is warm. That way you can kind of bend and shape this plastic into fitting where it needs to fit. And tucked underneath this skid plate is a raised thermostat. You need a thermostat for almost the same reason, to make sure your bike is at operating temperatures. That way it's not overfueling your bike and you don't get such milky oil. This thermostat is also run to the raised heated handlebars. There's some fittings on the front here that run coolant up to your handlebars, and it just constantly keeps heated coolant in your handlebars, keeping your hands warm, which is amazing. The handlebars aren't necessarily a must-have, but they are definitely nice. Like, absolutely need for the snow bike is snow bike setup suspension. If you don't have snow bike setup suspension, you are going to be bottoming out everywhere, and it's going to be miserable. I got my suspension done through Brockstar. I did a video on it already. You've probably seen it. It was funny, awesome, good group of dudes. Brock was more than helpful with me. Anyways, he stiffened the suspension up and revalved it, making sure I can take those big hits and not totally die on the landings. The other must-have is a way to transport your snow bike. TIMBERSLED just came out with a TIMBERSLED Dolly. Literally just put on a bar up front right here, and this dolly connects right to it, swoops it up. It is so easy and so nice to move around your stuff in the shop when you need to move it, and also when you need to load. This is a gas can setup made by Rotopacks. This year they actually came out with a snow bike specific one, which I've heard is pretty nice, but I do not have that. Snow Bike World actually hooked me up with this one. Awesome company, check them out. Cool little adjustment plate. The P3 carbon pipe guards. Last year, I actually burnt a suit with the stock pipe guard that comes on the bike. So I got this P3 ones, mostly because I didn't want to keep burning suits. That's freaking expensive. And it looks nice. Got it from Rocky Mountain ATV. I got a few of these components from Rocky Mountain ATV. Also got the slip-on exhaust. Just an FMF slip-on exhaust from Rocky Mountain ATV. Cool thing about them is you shop through them. They're really great prices, and they give you rewards. So you get Rocky Mountain cash. I've probably saved a few $100s shopping through them because of the Rocky Mountain cash. So if you're not shopping through them, I'd highly recommend them. Also running this Pro Moto Billet foot peg for the bike this year. They are much bigger than the stock foot peg. That's the stock. And yeah, huge difference. Also a little bit of grip. Added grip on that Adventure foot peg. It's the Adventure foot peg from Pro Moto Billet. I'm also running a different intake for the snow bike. This one is from Boondockers. It's kind of like their turbo intakes. supposed to help breathe. It opens it up, so air's coming in from down here, the sides, also the front, rather than just this front piece, little front piece right here that air flows into. On the bottom of the forks, I also have the seal savers. This is going to help prevent from any unnecessary ice buildup. You just don't want ice building up on the bottom of this fork, stabbing your fork seal. That's going to create holes and pockets for air and water to get in. So this is going to help keep the ice off. Another thing I did was updated the Scag. This is the stock Scag. It is huge, and it freaking wrecked me last year. When you hit any rocks or any stumps, it was like a dead stop. That thing is like a freaking submarine in the snow looking for anything to hit. The new Scag, I can't show you because I've already got it on, but it's maybe that big. It is a lot sleeker profile. It glides over things much easier. I took it out this year already and loved the improvement it made for my bike. And since I spent so much money on other countless parts, and probably too much money on some stuff, I couldn't afford a wrap. So courtesy of Amazon, I bought a $10 sticker kit and made my own. Number plate wrap. Get a close up on some of these. These are my official sponsors. Oh wow guys, it looks like we have a guest appearance. Oh my gosh, this thing is great! It is very sexy.